Hey everybody, welcome back to another film of the week. Hope you guys have been enjoying the content on the channel as of late, or a lack thereof there's been this week. Um, like I said, just been enjoying my summer, and my mom's been out for a little while, so I've been taking charge of the house. So I've been needing to take care of a few things here and there. So yeah, but, I mean, there wasn't really much to discuss this week outside of the news roundup that we just did. So, but Alien Romulus is coming out this week. Actually, the day this video comes out, it is officially out, and I just want to discuss some Alien before we dive into the new one. I will be checking it out on Tuesday, so we'll see then how things turn out for that specific entry. I've heard decent things, not the best things. I've heard decent things, but we'll see. I'm not, like I said, I'm not like very interested in it, but I'm curious enough to see what they bring. So I was gonna do Alien Resurrection for this video, but as I said, I was just busy, so I just didn't get around to watching it. But so I adjust my camera. I always have to adjust my camera on this thing. I figured to, I guess, kind of in a way, to bring it full circle in a way. We discussed the first Alien film not too long ago, so I figured to address the last Alien film that came out before Alien Romulus and kind of give you my thoughts on that. So today we're going to be discussing Alien Covenant, which was directed by Ridley Scott, released in 2017. So it's been about 7 years since we've had Alien on the big screen. And oddly enough, this was actually my first time watching Alien on the big screen. I don't know if previously I've watched any Alien films. I think it was also the first Alien film that I was privy to. But this is following up from Prometheus, which was released in 2012, which acts as a prequel of sorts to the original film. And I've not seen the original Prometheus, I've not seen that, so I can't say how that film turned out. And oddly enough, watching Alien Covenant, you don't really need to watch Prometheus, strangely enough. But in talking about Alien Covenant, it's discussing or exploring that of another commercial ship that pilot a bunch of or actually a colonization, I guess. I don't know what you would call that specific ship, but the ship is on a trajectory towards certain planets, looking for for other life, and within their own quarters, their own ship, they're also a colonization. So they're breeding, and they're looking to expand upon, I believe, I forget if it's the race of humanity or whatever the case may be, but I remember that being their initial plans. Then they get pushed towards this specific planet, which is inhabited by certain organisms that may or may not represent the xenomorph, and the crew starts to become entangled, as all the crews do in these alien films, with those life forms, some of which get bursted out from the chest, some go just traveling into your ear, and slowly but surely we are given a preview to where potentially the xenomorph was born from. And Michael Fassbender's character, who is an android, is at the center of all this and leads our crew down the mystery of this planet, and within that, the answer to where potentially the xenomorph came from. So as I've said, Prometheus acted as a prequel, and this is another prequel to that. Another prequel, and this, more or less, as I said at the beginning, is kind of a standalone piece. Prometheus, it does follow from Prometheus, where Michael Fassbender's character, he plays actually two roles in this, and there's rather weird imagery that comes along with that dynamic with him playing two androids. Like the bonding between those two characters, I remember being kind of weird. Um, but what you get in Alien Covenant is a very mid-range type Alien film. For what it is, there are offerings that it does have that the original bared, which is to say that the production design in this is very, very good. I mean, that's always something that Ridley Scott brings to his films, and definitely a notable quality within each of his work is that of his production design. And Alien Covenant is no different. It's very, very great wides, and the look of the world is very fascinating, and that of the ship, that of just the hallways, all that looks very, very interesting, and it's it in some ways is a leading force in his filmmaking, and this is a leading force as well. Performances were fine, nothing too notable. They were just fine. I remember Catherine Watterson, Danny McBride, decent work, but the issue that Alien Covenant possesses is a real sense of purpose to exist in the form that it does, because when you get an Alien Covenant is pretty mediocre. I mean, it's not to say it's boring. It definitely gets to that place where you can that word might start to creep in, but it's to say that there's a level of doubt as to the purpose of it all. What am I investing into? Where are we going? Is it intriguing? Is it interesting? Is it worth investing? And the answer is, at least even still, is kind of maybe, because I believe this was meant to be like a trilogy, so they were supposed to make another film following after this, which, that twist ending was meant to like kind of further push us towards that of the original Alien film, but that then fell apart because the Alien Covenant didn't perform as well, and now eventually we have this new film that's coming out, which is basically that of a spin-off, another standalone type piece. But for what Alien Covenant was, it was okay. I don't remember hating it. I don't remember loving it either. It's definitely not scary. I've never found any of the Alien films to be scary, frankly. I think of them to be interesting. Like I said, a lot to do with the aesthetic. I think that by design, it looks very interesting. But I never have found the Alien films to be scary. Or, there's definitely tension that is breeded into those films, specifically that of the original film and of Aliens. But I've just never found fear factor in seeing the xenomorph. I mean, it's an interesting design, but it's not a scary thing, something that makes my skin crawl, And for what Alien is, and in contrast, what Alien Covenant is, it bears things that come with the franchise, which is a very aesthetically interesting looking piece, but narratively not as much to chew on. So, and as in that, as I said, there's a kind of a purposeless design to it all, and it's a pretty frame, but it just doesn't have much to say outside of its look, So, again, a mark on Ridley for creating interesting productions, but in terms of its story, I can't remember a lot of it outside of just what Michael Fassbender's character does, and then the involvement of the xenomorph, the creation of it also. So yeah, very. I wouldn't say uninspired. I would just say very. Like I said, it's just very flavorless, I guess, is the term I'm looking for. There's ideas there that are like in a visual medium, but in terms of my overall feeling, my overall investment, and my overall just taste of what I'm getting from Alien Covenant, I just can't tell you what it is, because it just doesn't have any distinction or much, color to it. It's by the grading of the film, it's very just kind of, simplistic, very like gray, monotone, but Romulus, I think, is kind of the best description for it. And you know, in many respects, it's kind of Ridley Scott today, if you ask me. But yeah, not great, not bad, just meh. So yeah, so those are my thoughts on Alien Covenant. I think it's okay, like just very, very okay. Nothing great, nothing notable. Just if you just want to see an alien film, this is what that is, but it just doesn't have any mark or anything noteworthy to make it stand out amongst other films in this franchise. So it's not Alien 3, I'll say that, but it's certainly not the original or its follow-up. So, but you guys know your thoughts on Alien Covenant. If you guys have seen it, your thoughts on the Alien series as a whole, and of course, if you guys have seen Alien Romulus, your guys' thoughts on that. Yeah, like I said, my review will be hopefully out on Wednesday. We'll see how things go. But yeah, let me know all your thoughts in the comment section below. And that's gonna be it for this video, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in, and until then, I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye.